Welcome back, Bowling World fans. It is episode 5 of Shop Life with Patrick. Let's get the day going. First off, before we head to the shop, coffee. I am exhausted today. I don't know what it is. I just need to get some pick-me-up. So let's go get some Starbucks. All right, there's actually a first. There's no line at the Starbucks, which is actually insane.
Good afternoon. Thank you for choosing Starbucks. What can I start for you?
Hi, can I get a grande iced caramel macchiato?
For sure.
Thank you. I need the straw.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, thank you. I had a customer who immediately walked up to me as I was going into the office grabbing some flyers that I had printed out. So what he had is this ball drilled recently. Like, this ball is literally brand new. He's thrown it a few times, but he complained that it hooks too much. I didn't drill this ball. One of the local guys did. I'm not gonna name any names, but he says that it's too strong for him. Here's his first ring of his track. We measure from here roughly across. His positive axis point is somewhere here. So this is about a 2-inch or a 1-inch pin for him. This is where the conversation about short pins comes into play. If you're a lower speed, lower rev bowler, 1-inch pins and 2-inch pins are just gonna be too strong for you. They're gonna pick up too early. You're not gonna be able to get them through the lane. And then it's just gonna feel like you're trying to force it down the lane every single time you throw it. So whenever you're talking about layouts, make sure that you know your characteristics. And again, that also depends on what part of the lane you play, as well as surface on the ball, etc., etc. Which is why I'm very, very much into knowing everything about a bowler. That way I don't have any kind of misconceptions whenever I drill them a ball. Like this customer who got a ball drilled, got it drilled too strong, and now he needs to get it fully re-drilled. First thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna mark out this ball, figure out what his positive axis point is, get all his specs in, and write those down to make sure I have those all correctly. He said that this actually fits right. Again, it's just the layout. So we're gonna figure out what the layout is on this and make sure that we don't repeat it. First thing we're gonna do, we're gonna measure out the span. So this finger is 4 1/16. I'm gonna write that down. And then on the other finger, we're at the same 4 1/16. Let's get our pitches and all that. That way we can make sure we just have all that written down already. So on this finger, we are at 7/16 left. And then on this finger, we are at 5/16 right. All right, and then this guy uses lifts, so we're gonna subtract 1/8 off of whatever this is. So it looks like 1/8 under, so we're gonna go 0, and 1/8 under, so 0. So his fingers are at 0 front to back, and then 7/16 left, 5/16 right. We're gonna go ahead and measure his thumb pitches. So reverse, he has 3/16 reverse, and then left to right, he has 1/8 left. Okay, so done with my pitches. We're gonna set this aside. He said that everything fit good, so I'm just gonna take a measurement off the thumb. So it's 9/12, 9/11. I'm gonna go 9/11. That's his thumb size. I'm gonna check the side to side, make sure that there's no oval to this. It looks like it's slightly bigger on the side, so I'm just gonna leave it and I'll work out just the sides because it looks like he just widens it out on the actual sides instead of like an actual oval angle. All right, and then the next thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna draw a center line. So from the center of his grips to the center of his, through the center of his thumb. There we go. Now that we have our center line, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna split 4 1/16 in half. So we're gonna draw a line right here. That's the center of his grip. And then we're gonna find that very first oil ring mark, which is roughly right here from the looks of it, at least the most visible one. And then we're gonna take this, we're gonna line it up to a center of grip, and we're gonna go from that 0 mark all the way across. And then we're gonna mark off the 6.5-inch mark, which is where your positive axis point will be if you were to measure your positive axis point. And we're gonna draw a line across from a center of grip, and then we're gonna draw his bow line like that. Then all we're gonna do here is we're gonna measure from his center of grip 5 1/4 over and 1/4 up. So that's his positive axis point. And then let's look at what this layout was for him specifically. So we're gonna draw a line through the pin in the CG, then a line here, and then the final line is obviously right here. So we have this angle, and then this is the pin the pap distance. So we were at, so there's a 95 by 2 inches, which is what I kind of assumed already, by 45. So this is just way too strong for him. Again, he has a little bit of a rev rate to him and he gets around the ball a little bit more, but he throws it slower. So basically what I think I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go opposite on these numbers, and same thing with this. I'm gonna convert this to a 4. I'm gonna convert these to like a 45 and a 60, just to give them a little bit of a smoother shape and something that's gonna be a lot less early. So I might even go like 60 by 4 by 50. That might be what we're gonna do here. So we'll go ahead and get this filled up and get it going. All right, so Jason, who is one of our customers here, dropped this Jackal flash off. We're gonna get those drilled up for him. He uses an IT and regular finger insert. So let's get to it. Bowling ball and thumb hole drilled, and we'll just wait for the customer to come back to be able to move these grips in and make sure everything fits right. Welcome back to Wednesday. Got a haircut today, so no more scruffy hair, but we gotta resurface a ball that needs to be drilled today for a customer. That's gonna bring me about a copy, as well as cut down and resurface bowling balls that were plugged over the last couple days. So let's get to it. Welcome back, Bowling World fans. It is Thursday. All right, let's see what we've got going on. We have to fill in this Redemption Solid today, and we also have to drill a couple balls for a few customers. So let's get our day started. Really quickly, I wanted to talk about this comment right here. So let's talk about that real quick. So let's break down how I got into this and how exactly I learned how to drill. So about 6 months into my bowling, I had the want and need to learn more about fitting, drilling, and all that, just because of the fact that I had personal reasons behind my hand hurting and things like that. So I wanted to understand how I could make my hand feel better whenever I was releasing the bowling ball. Things didn't feel the same as I was going from ball to ball, and I was trying to learn how to gauge what was wrong with all that. And then from there, I met a group of guys that worked for the bowling shops in Dallas. But there was this one guy specifically, Chris Neal, that worked out of Plano, Texas. He kind of started showing me things and teaching me things. I mainly learned by visually watching things happen and really just listening to everything he was saying. After that, I took a part-time position with the bowling shops as a apprentice in Garland, Texas with Joe Finley. Joe Finley is a national tour bowler. He's just really good at what he does. He's great at fitting. He's great at ball knowledge. He understands curvature of the hands, flexing, everything. He taught me for about 2 or 3 years, and then I started running my own shop in Richardson, Texas, up to 2019, where I decided that I was gonna move out of Dallas in December and come all the way to Louisiana. Outside of all those things, I also went to a ton of seminars. I watched a ton of videos online, read a lot of informative stuff online from USBC, Mo Bunnell, Jayhawk, Ipsia, all the different sources that are out there. So that's how I really got into drilling. But again, it's one of those things I tell a lot of people. I spent years practicing. I've worked through junior gold in Dallas, drilling bowling balls from 6, 7 o'clock in the morning all the way to 11 o'clock, midnight, 1 o'clock in the morning. So I've gone through a lot of experiences to be able to bring myself to the time that I am now. So if you wanted to learn how to drill a bowling ball, make sure you guys go to our website, look for a store that's near you, talk to the pro shop manager there, see if they're looking for apprentices, because we're always looking for more opportunities for people to learn and grow in this industry. Again, there's only one way of keeping the sport alive, and that's keeping this part of the industry alive along with it. So that's my story. Let's get into closing and heading home for the day. I opened up before league started. I am subbing today, so I'm gonna actually tape up and head out that way. First step in the process here, at least what I like to do is I like to get this tape ready to go. I usually use the pre-cut strips because this is usually what I cut out anyways if I went with a roll. And it just has the rounded edges already. I fold it in half, cut just about there. And then I'm gonna go ahead and peel this away. I'll press down on that really, really well, make sure it sticks. And then I will pull it all the way around my wrist. And you can see it's a little bit tight. This is basically my routine every single time that I get ready for bowling. But there we go, there's that, nice and tight. I can actually feel the tension kind of pulling through. And now this stuff, so these usually come in a roll. I cut out 7 squares total, and I usually have enough for like a year, maybe less than a year. Depends on how much I bowl. My blister used to happen right in here, so I try to start from this side, and I'm gonna pull it nice and tight. That way it stretches out very, very nicely. So there we go, and now we can go practice. All right, Bowling World fans, thank you again for watching episode 5 of the vlog. Make sure you guys hit that subscribe button. Make sure you guys hit that like button. Leave a comment down below what you would want to see next or any questions that you may have. Again, you guys have a great day. Peace out, guys.